With the recent re-release with Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, I wanted to take a look at some differences between Canon and Legends Luke Skywalker. In case you don't know, Canon is anything that comes after the Disney acquisition of Star Wars, and Legends is anything that was before that. The only similarity they have is the first 6 movies are both in Canon and Legends. But I wanted to pick Luke Skywalker as he is the first main good guy that we get within Star Wars. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe. I come out with videos every Friday, and let's get into it. Number 5, Legends Luke had more students that fell to the dark side. So in Canon, Luke Skywalker's nephew, Ben Solo, turns to the dark side. And this was a core point in the sequel trilogy, and one that caused Luke to become a hermit and not train any more Jedi. However, in Legends, Han and Leia's child actually does turn to the dark side too. However, this isn't Ben Solo, this is Jason Solo. And he actually becomes a Sith Lord. But Jason isn't the only one of Luke's students to turn to the dark side. Kit Duran, a student from Jedi Academy trilogy, falls to the dark side due to the Sith spirit manipulation. Desan from Jedi Knight game was also one of Luke's students, as well as the evil Cruella from the New Rebellion. There are more examples of this, as the idea of a student of Luke's falling to the dark side was more common in this Star Wars sort of trope. Number 4, his first Jedi temple wasn't on Ossus. So in both timelines of Canon and Legend, Luke does establish a Jedi Academy on Ossus, which in Canon is an ancient Jedi library world from the time of the Old Republic. And this is where Luke finds the sacred Jedi texts. However, in Legends, Ossus is the second place Luke sets up a Jedi temple, as the first place he actually set up his Jedi temple was on Yavin 4. Yavin 4 is the moon of a large gas giant and the former location of the Rebel Alliance headquarters. This was simpler for Luke as there was temples already there. The Massassi temples have their origins in the ancient Sith Lord Naga Shadow, who had them built in his honour. After over 10 successful years, it was destroyed by the extragalactic invaders known as the Yuuzhan Vong, and a new temple was established on Ossus. Number 3, Canon Luke Skywalker had a yellow lightsaber before his green. So in A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker first wielded his father's blue lightsaber before losing it on Cloud City. After that, he built a new green lightsaber as seen in Return of the Jedi. And both of these facts are true within Canon and Legends. However, in Canon, before constructing his green lightsaber, Luke needed an intermediate weapon, and he chose a yellow lightsaber that he discovered on a Force-guided journey. While venturing to Jedi outpost of Tempest, Luke finds half of a yellow-bladed Jedi temple guard lightsaber. The saber was guarded by the Spectre of the Grand Inquisitor, who was formerly a temple guard before earning his rank within the Inquisitors. Luke used it for the rest of the year leading into Return of the Jedi, before making a green-bladed saber for his final confrontation with Vader and the Emperor. Number 2, Legends Luke fell to the dark side and Palpatine. So in Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker, Emperor Palpatine comes back. However, did you know in Legends this actually happens? In the Dark Empire comic, an undead cloned Emperor Palpatine strikes against the New Republic. Thinking he can resist the urge, Luke Skywalker joins the Emperor's side to fight it from the inside out. This doesn't completely work though, as Luke falls prey to the same promises that the dark side always offers. It corrupts people and they cannot use it without impact on their lives. Despite trying to fight it as a powerful Jedi, Luke eventually falls to the dark side, obediently serving Palpatine. He is eventually drawn out of it by Leia, and the two defeat the Emperor together for the time being. And number 1, Legends Luke married and had a son. One of the big changes between Legends and Canon Luke Skywalker is Mara Jade. Mara Jade, who would later become Mara Jade Skywalker, was an assassin from the Emperor who gradually reformed and eventually became a companion and later wife to Luke Skywalker. Through this time, Mara and Luke both matured and she eventually became a Jedi and a master at his new academy. Eventually they would start a family and Mara and Luke would have a son called Ben Skywalker, who actually became a valued part of the new Jedi Order, as well as playing a big role in the conflict against the fallen Jacen Solo. In canon, Luke has had love interest, but after the sequel trilogy, it seems like Luke would not have a wife or child in the canon timeline. But there we go, 5 of the differences between Legend and canon Luke Skywalker. What did you think? Is there any that I missed that you know? Let me know in the comments. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.